Good evening, board members and my fellow friends and parents, if some kids are around. I have been living in South Brunswick for the past 2 years. The reason we moved to South Brunswick is because of the school district. Prior to that, I was sending my kids to private schools, especially to Montessori schools, and paying big bucks, which I was not able to afford. So to way around it was to come to a school district who is really dedicated to its students. I have 3 kids going through the school district. I have the pleasure to work with Mr. Daniels. My daughter, she's in 7th grade, and 2 of my other children, they are in elementary school at Brooks Crossing. In the last 2 years, I had the opportunity to see how a teacher can make a difference in my kid's life. Yes, the education was great in a small Montessori school, but with reference to that, I was also paying a lot of dues. My son, who is in 2nd grade with Mrs. Aaron Petsky, I'm sorry if I'm saying her name wrong. Prior to that, I had Mrs. Pazinko for my son. In the last 2 years, I had seen a tremendous difference in my son's education and the way he's performing in school. And all the credit, if not 100%, at least 90% of that goes to the teachers. I'm a working mother. I'm in school myself, pursuing my graduate education. And I send my 3 kids to school thinking that they're going to get the best. As we all know, if mama is not happy, nobody is happy. So we need to support our teachers to the best we can so we have the best education and we continue to be the best district. Thank you.
Hello, board. My name is Jackie Nelson from Ironwood Court in Monmouth Junction. I'm here to support the teachers out of love and gratitude for what they've done for my children. As a former elementary educator and school counselor, I know firsthand how hard the teachers and support staff work. And of course, the teachers in South Brunswick have been no exception to this. My husband and I have the utmost respect for the job that they do. It's been a home run for us. My son has had 3 amazing teachers 3 years in a row at Dean School and Brooks Crossing. My daughter has an extremely dedicated teacher and support staff in the preschool program at Brunswick Acres. We trust our children to these people every day, and we put them in their loving hands, and we question nothing. And we don't want them to have to go through any more stress than they already face just giving their all to the children every day. And I know how much a teacher's job has grown from when I started. I'm going to age myself, 1996 until now. I've seen more and more expectations being placed upon the teachers. Honestly, I didn't even realize that the teachers were working without a contract because of the high level of professionalism I see in their buildings every day. I don't know the specific points that are being negotiated. I'm just urging you as a board to work with the teachers patiently and diligently to settle this contract as expeditiously as possible to enable our teachers to give their entire focus to our children, because they certainly deserve that much and more. Thank you.
Good evening, board members. Good evening, everyone. I come here tonight wearing several hats. I am a community member of South Brunswick for 40 years. I have 2 children who went throughout the South Brunswick school system, and I was very happy with the solid education that they received. My son, just to put in a little plug, has a physical therapy office here in South Brunswick. And I also have been a teacher in South Brunswick for 27 years, retired 5 years ago, and I'm still substitute teaching in the district. So I've worn many hats. I am very proud of South Brunswick. It's a big part of my life. In fact, I came here tonight after having been away for the weekend with my husband having a stomach virus, but still feeling that I needed to come to speak because teachers are undervalued. They do so much, and I'm speaking for the teachers that I know in South Brunswick. I've been a part of it. We've been happy to do it. And from early on, a long, long time, we have done above and beyond because we wanted to, because we felt those were our expectations. We would want our children to have a wonderful education, and we were absolutely ready to give it to the children that we had. And I really feel, now board members, you certainly deserve all the credit. You're doing volunteer work, and I have respected you very much all these years. But I am speaking for the teachers. I know the only reason that I retired was because I couldn't have a life. It really was my life. And I wanted to do my best and tried my hardest, and I would come home and work for many hours on the weekend, at night, and I know a lot of you are shaking your heads and saying, I know, because that is true of the South Brunswick way. And so I'm here tonight just to say, please consider the job that we do in South Brunswick. Don't take it for granted. And you've heard them say that teachers will leave because they don't feel appreciated. And I'd just like to end by saying, I've had 7 principals during my time, several of whom are sitting right here. And the best principals for me were the ones that made me feel that I was worth it, that we were special. And so I think the greatest companies in our country are those that value their employees. So please value your employees. And please try to work this out and give them their due worth. Thank you.